Okay, so today we are talking about Coraline the book. I have a copy, and Coraline the movie. So let's get into it. I want to start with this by saying both the movie and the book, amazing. I loved it. The movie, one of my favorites. The book, now one of my favorites. The many books that I read that I call my favorite, it's one of my favorites. It was very nice. I loved it. The book was written by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by David McKean. I think that's how you pronounce it. So, and then the movie was directed by Henry Selick, which I'm pretty sure most of us know. I do not know. If you did not know, now you know. Okay. So the movie and the book, they're similar, but not similar. Like there's like certain spots like that's kind of missing something. Like you'll be reading the book and like, something's missing. Something's a little different than the movie if you watch the movie. Or if you haven't watched the movie and vice versa. Like if you read the book and you watch the movie, it's like, that wasn't in the movie. Or the other way around, you know? So one of the difference being is Coraline's personality. In the book, she's very independent, she's very mature. Like how do I say this? So when she finds out that her parents are missing, she doesn't really freak out like how she does in the movie. She kind of just like sets a plan, gets her stuff ready, and goes to find her parents. She goes to the other world and finds her parents. Does the whole yada blah 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 and finds her parents. But in the movie, as some may know, she does her whole pillow thing with her parents and lays in her parents' bed and kind of like missing her parents because her parents are gone, which is natural. That's fine. But with the difference between the book and the movie, the book Coraline, she went straight to find her parents. She's like, oh no, my parents are gone. Let me go find them. We need to find them ASAP. Now I want my mommy. So she goes to find her mommy and her dad. One of the soul crushing differences of the book and the movie that I absolutely hate. Well, hate's a strong word. I dislike it. There's no Wybie. There's no Wybie. I need Wybie. He's like, he helps Coraline in the movie. We like Wybie. Does Coraline like Wybie? She has a not enough thing about him. She tolerates him, I would say, in the movie. But in the book, there's no Wybie. It's sad. It's very sad. I like Wybie. Moving on. So there's no Wybie. He's not there. But who is there is the cat. The only difference with the cat is he's kind of creepy in his ways. The way he speaks. For some reason, when I was reading the book, all I heard was Keith David. In the book, he's kind of like, the way he's written, he's kind of more creepier, still mysterious, and that whole like saying little innuendos, I guess you could say. Sorry, Melanie, my sister. I know you're gonna hate that I said innuendos, but get over it. Moving on. So he's kind of mysterious in the way he talks and stuff like that. So that's basically the difference. But the movie, still mysterious, just a little less creepy and more wise in his ways of how he speaks, and he's kind of sillier. Like the whole like, I don't like mice or whatever at the best of times. Haha, good laugh, funny because he's now. Let's get into the two worlds. So with the two worlds, can't say that word. With the two worlds, the book world, we'll just call it that and that. So the book world, it's more dull, mostly because it's a book. So unless your brain can pick up the colors and make up an imagination, I applaud you for that. I can't do that. Mine's black and white. I'm in the 90s or whatever when black and white was. Don't quote me on that. But it's dull. It's not very colorful. It's kind of just black and white. But with the movie, there's a lot of color. Again, for those who have not watched Coraline, it looks like this. That is the scene from when the mother is making dinner. See all the pops of color? It's very colorful. It's very like, oh, I want to see what's over there. It's colorful, kind of appealing to a kid, which is what we wanted in the movie for Coraline, if you were in. So that's that. But in the movie, it's not in the movie. In the book, it's not colorful. It's just black and white. Still appealing, still unsettling in its ways, because it's still kind of creepy. The mother with her button eyes and such. So it still does that creepy thing. With that, without thinking about it being a movie, if you were Coraline, you would think, oh, it's so colorful here. It's so bright. And with the movie in the other world, her world is very dull. Her movie in her real mother world, that's kind of how I would describe the book being. It's very not colorful. That's like the best way to describe it. It's like that. So we're talking about the other words. We're gonna move on to the other mother. Okay, the other mother in the book. I'm gonna read this off of my notes. She's subtle but terrifying. She's still that kind of like luring way, I would say. She's still creepy in her ways. In the movie, she's way more dramatic, kind of like impatient. Mm, impatient is a strong word. Maybe not impatient, but she's very more dramatic, especially when she gets very mad at Coraline. She goes in spider form. There is no spider form in Coraline. It's just that she gets kind of like needly, with the needles and such. She just gets scary. Not really spider. I could be wrong. We're not here. I'm not here for the facts. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. I could be wrong. I haven't read this in months. I read this a few months ago. But there's no spider form. If I'm recalling right, there's no spider form. So she's less dramatic in like the kind of trying to scare Coraline way in the book. Now with the side characters, which are kind of my favorite and kind of creepily my favorite. Let's start with the dad. The dad, that part in the book, that was probably very loud. I'm so sorry. The part in the book, it freaked me out. It was very scary. So I'm just gonna tell you what happened in the book. So what had happened in the book is Caroline's trying to escape and go back to her real world because the mother she wanted to sew her buttons. She didn't want buttons in her eyes, so she tried to leave or something. Or this was probably when she was trying to find her parents. I don't remember. It's something along the lines. I don't remember. I am so sorry. But the other mother, she tried somehow trapped. It was when that happened. I was right. It was when she was trying to find the ghost souls. But the other mother lures her in the basement saying, they're in there. They're in there. She goes in. The other father's waiting for her. And I think he kind of tricks her in a way that he's like, oh, fine and dandy, but then like he kind of like tries to like grab her. I don't know what the intention was on grabbing her, either killing her or bringing her to the mother. It doesn't really show in the book, but he was trying to take her to the mother probably. But he kind of has more control in the book than he does in the movie. In the book, he kind of like snaps out of the mother's control and like physically talks to Coraline like, you need to leave, you need to get out of here. She's trying to eat you, blah blah blah, the whole nine. She don't want you like she wants, like your real mother wants you. You guys to go. It's time to leave. So he kind of breaks out of that, but he like gets back in control of from her and like tries to nap her. And it's kind of scary reading it. To be honest with you, it was kind of creepy. I was reading that at night. Well, it was kind of creepy. But in the movie, he has less control. Like he'll try to say something, but like the hands, like when he was playing the piano, he'll be shut up, or like the mother will be like, "You're not talking no more." So I would say he has less control in the book than the movie, which that's how I saw it as, because he was kind of having his own sense of speech. Okay, so with the neighbors, Miss Speak and Miss Forcible and Bobinski, and the book his name is Bobo. I need the Bobinski. I like the name Bobinski. It's rolls off the tongue so nicely. Bobinski, Bobinski, Bobinski. It's from the movie.
Bobinski, Bobinski, Bobinski.
But they're more mysterious and eerie, and they're kind of like trying to hint like, you shouldn't go in that door. Kind of like how they did in the movie, but more like Bobinski was doing that in the movie, more than Speaking Sportsful. But the only kind of warning they gave her in the movie was like, you're in danger. They didn't really tell you what she was in danger of, but just that she was in danger. So they're more mysterious and kind of like warning her, but like being serious about it in the book. Like, you gotta stop going in that door. It's not safe. You shouldn't go in that door. But Coraline being Coraline, she's like, here, she's a kid. She's gonna go not do what she's told. Just how kids are sometimes. In the movie, like, Bobinski's kind of like funny. And the whole like, it's Caroline, not Coraline, Caroline, whatever. I don't know how they mispronounced it. I cannot remember. But that's kind of funny how High is getting her name wrong. So they're kind of humorous, and so was the old ladies are kind of humorous. So just being old ladies, they're kind of funny. In the movie, sorry, misspoke. In the book, they're not very that. They're just more stern and serious and kind of creepy. And they're like, you better not go in the door. We're getting through the book. We're getting through the movie. So, with the games and the challenges, like the mother loves games. That didn't happen in the book. What happened was just like her finding the ghost children. She still finds the ghost children. They're still there. her getting shoved into the room was also still a thing. It's kind of creepier, to be honest with you. Don't remember a lot of it, but it was still creepy. It was more like talking about the ghost children. I would say read the book. Trust me. But there was no scavenger hunt like, we need to play a game. How about a scavenger hunt? In the movie that happened. In the book, no, she just goes kind of finds the ghost children and like finds her parents. There's no like insinuation of a game. Which it could have been added. It could have made the book. I mean, the book was good. The book was good. I wouldn't say it would make it better. It would just kind of make it more. It's a child's book, by the way. It's a children's book. I don't know if you know this, but this is a children's book. Scary, kind of, for a children's book. They could have added the scavenger hunt. I would have enjoyed that. A tone! Oh my god! Ugh, beautiful. Love you. Love you. You were beautifully written. Your tone was amazing. Love you. Okay. In the book, it's kind of like psychological. You would think it's a psychological thriller because like the mother's like kind of being like, ooh, trickery, go in the basement. The children are there. No, they're not. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of creepier than the movie. The movie is kind of like, it's not like creepy, like, scary. It's more like, kind of scary, creepy. Like, so, the endings are pretty similar. She still finds her parents in a snow globe, and they just kind of just reappear back in the place when they find each other. But in the book, Coraline doesn't really fight the other mother like how she does with the cat and such. I mean, there is kind of like the cat's there, but he kind of just like kind of tricks the mother. There's no cat being thrown in the book. There's not like a big fight, and she just kind of like tricks her into like going somewhere else and going back and grabbing the snow globe. With the movie, the cat's thrown kind of like more distracting in the movie, more trickery in the book. That's kind of the difference of the book and the movie. The book is more like, haha, I got you, trick. And then the movie is kind of like, look, what's that? Look over there. Look, what's there? Kind of like that. And there's like the whole games and such. So that's basically the difference. Okay, that is all I have for today. Thank you for coming to my book talk and listening to me yap about Coraline and Coraline the movie. In the comments, if you guys want to, you don't have to. Let me know which one you guys preferred, and then what you think. Which did you like more, the movie or the book? And if you haven't read the book, maybe go pick up the book somewhere. Trust me, I am wise beyond my years. I'm 20. If y'all didn't watch that first video, like, it's a good book. It's about like 160 pages. It's not that quick read. Quick 160 pages. Not that bad. You could finish it in a day if you wanted to, if you were a faster reader than me. You could watch the movie. Don't know how long the movie is. I will probably put it here. This is how long the movie is. But let me know what you guys preferred. Movie or book? Which you liked better? Movie or book? But that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. So far, as of right now, as I'm recording, we are at 203 subscribers. I am so happy to have you all with me and that you're like watching my shorts, watching my videos. I'm glad. I will put a long list here of all the new people in here if there's no room. So shout out to all of y'all. Glad you guys are here and enjoying what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.